From rappers to actors who haven't been keeping up on their health, here's some celebrities who have let themselves go a little bit and might make you feel better about yourself. Number 9. Eminem. If you were to make a list of the most influential rappers in history, then you would probably have Eminem on the list, quite possibly near the top. Slim Shady burst onto the scene and made an impact that is still felt to this day, and you'd think that his worldwide acclaim and plethora of awards would ensure that he always stayed sharp, but that wasn't the case. This all started in 2000-2010, when Eminem was the most popular and best-selling musical artist in the world. But as fame and power often do, they pressure you to do bad things. The stress of making music, along with having a stressful relationship with his longtime girlfriend turned wife turned ex-wife Kim, led to Eminem starting to eat excessively. Eminem was in such a state that he would go to McDonald's, where he frequently visited, so much so that the people who worked behind the counter knew his order and had it ready before he even arrived. He even noted once that people thought that they recognized him, but then they would turn and say, "Eminem ain't fat." Though he eventually got back his skinny form, this wasn't the end of his troubles. He had an issue with substance abuse, also a result of the stress, that almost took his life. It was here that he realized he needed to do things better. He went and got healthier, refused substances, and worked hard to get his life back in order. While it's not 100% better, he had some issues over the years, but he's bounced back strong from them. He himself physically is. He's been sober for 10 years, which is quite an accomplishment. He let that accomplishment fuel him, and he made arguably some of his best works after he got sober. Eminem is still the rap god in many people's eyes, and his story is an inspirational one as to how even the darkest of moments can make your life better overall. Number 8. Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser was very much the common man actor that many love to praise, and films like The Mummy, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and more helped him cement his place in Hollywood. But after a while, his roles started to dry up, and this led to him undergoing a rather sad transformation that made him a bit bigger around the face, the waist, and other places. Granted, he has gotten a bit better, and he's doing acting again with the popular DC Comics TV show Doom Patrol, but he's playing a character that is a robot, and so he doesn't have to show off his body outside of flashback scenes. And when you do see those scenes, you'll see how he has not aged very gracefully. Even appearances at shows like Comic-Con, he's not exactly looking his best. Can he get back into shape? Yes, it's possible, but whether he will is another story entirely. Do you remember how ripped he was in George of the Jungle? Number 7. Ozzy Osbourne. When you think about the singer, Ozzy Osbourne, it's very easy to think of some of the legendary songs like Crazy Train and others from his time with Black Sabbath or on his own. Or maybe you think about him biting the head off of a live bat on stage during a performance. Wow. But when you think about Ozzy Osbourne as the person, and even the physical appearance of Ozzy, there's no doubt that he has gone through quite the physical transformation over the years, and not in a good way. The reason for his decaying physique is a rather simple one. Ozzy was part of the music generation that had many problems with drugs and alcohol, and Ozzy was no different in partaking of that. By his own admission, he's stunned that he was able to survive all the amount of drugs that he put into his body, which just goes to show how much he took. The sad part is that his addiction to them did eventually come back, and when it did, he felt very bad about it, apologizing to many for his lack of willpower. A simple look at Ozzy can tell you that he's not in the best of shape, and while he may be doing okay right now, he's most definitely someone that people need to look out for to ensure that he doesn't do something that hurts him. Sharon! Number 6. Charlie Sheen. The acting career of Charlie Sheen is one that follows the pattern of many Hollywood actors and actresses. They start out in small parts, like his legendary cameo in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then they get bigger roles, like in Platoon and Spin City. And then, if they work hard enough, they can get the role of a lifetime. For Charlie Sheen, that was being the lead in the CBS comedy series 2.5 Men. His role as Charlie Harper won over the hearts of millions, and the show became the #1 comedy on TV, a title to be proud of. But like many before and after him, Sheen suffered from substance abuse, to the extent that he was almost drowning himself in alcohol and other substances. CBS tried to help him get back on his feet, but Sheen wouldn't let them, and cut his infamous Tiger Blood promo on show creator Chuck Lorre, which led to Sheen getting fired. His mental and physical issues continued afterwards during his FX show, Anger Management, which would be his last sitcom for some time. As a result of this, Charlie Sheen has gotten only a few light roles here and there over the years, mainly because no one wants to work with him because he's too much of a live wire. He's admitted his faults and claims he's clean now, but whether that holds up, we'll have to wait and see. Number 5. Kelly Clarkson. When the show American Idol came about, it was important that they have a champion who could really look the part, as well as sound the part, and make the show a true sensation, and their prayers were answered in the form of Kelly Clarkson. She won the show in grand style and made an immediate impact on the music industry. However, after a while, it was becoming more and more noticeable that she was gaining weight, even to the point where she didn't look like the same girl that was part of American Idol oh so long ago. There were numerous issues that caused her to gain weight. In short, she had an autoimmune disease and thyroid condition that emerged in 2006. This caused her to gain weight as she tried to fight it. But in 2018, an appearance on The Voice showed that she was slimming down again. The weight loss was a side effect, she explained. I know the industry loves the weight gone, but for me, it wasn't about the weight, she said. For me, it was, I'm not on my medicine anymore. While she may not be what she was on American Idol, that doesn't matter to Clarkson. What matters is her being happy and healthy, and she is right now. Number 4. Christian Bale. If you were to look at Christian Bale right now, you'd likely note that there doesn't appear to be anything wrong with him weight-wise, and that's very true. However, when it comes to the acting style of Bale, he's known to go all out for his roles, even if the people making the film didn't ask him to do it. A couple great examples of this are the films The Machinist, The Fighter, and Vice. In The Machinist, Bale read the script and felt he needed to be thinner, so he went and lost 60 pounds so he could play the role of Trevor Resnick. Then, when he was cast as Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins, and the sequels, he gained a lot of weight to build up muscle. For The Fighter, he again lost a lot of weight so that he could play the thinner brother of Mark Wahlberg's character, before again bulking up for The Dark Knight Rises. Finally, in the film Vice, Bale gained a lot of weight so he could portray former Vice President Dick Cheney. So in short, Christian Bale has let himself go, I guess, over the years, but it was by his own hand and decision. Number 3. Cardi B. It may not look like it, but the queen of rap, Cardi B, is one who has indeed let herself go, and not in regards to weight gain, but rather how she's been taking care of herself. For the longest time, Cardi maintained that she would never do plastic surgery. However, after her pregnancy with rapper Offset, she started to have doubts about her body, and despite others saying she looked fabulous, she had some surgery done. If it ended there, it would have been fine. But she didn't rest the required amount of time it takes for her body to heal. She went right back out on the road because she wanted her money. This caused serious damage to her body, including her legs and feet swelling to insane proportions. Cardi B decided to show what was going on with her body to her fans. In one social media post, she revealed that her feet were in so much pain that they had literally ballooned to many times their natural size. It was only after this insane amount of pain that she took time off from her concerts and her tour to take care of herself. Number 2. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is known for a lot of things. She's a singer, performer, dancer, an actress, and above all else, a diva. But one thing most people would agree on is that Mariah is beautiful, no matter what stage she's on, which is very true. However, over the years, her figure has been the subject of many questions, including at times her gaining weight to such an extent that it really showed in the outfits that she wore. Now, not unlike many people, she has had a bit of a yo-yo effect going on with her losing weight and gaining it back. In fact, if you were to look at pictures of Mariah Carey, you'd see her in many forms and how she's looked different over the years. She'll likely be fine, but most doctors would agree that it's best to find a healthy and stable medium. Number 1. Christy Ally. Christy Ally made her name in shows like Cheers, but later in the 2000s, she became synonymous with both weight gain and weight loss, including her now legendary bet with Oprah Winfrey, where she stated that if she lost a certain amount of weight, she would come onto the show the next time wearing a bikini, which is exactly what she did after achieving that goal. After parting ways with Jenny Craig in 2007, which helped her lose about 75 pounds, Ally told people she once again gained a staggering 83 pounds. She worked hard to shed about 50 pounds, and told People magazine in a January interview that avoiding trigger foods helps her keep the weight off. Hopefully, she can keep the weight off so that she can be happy and healthy once again. She knows the struggles of the journey to be healthy, but she also knows the rewards that await her by getting to where she wants to go. Thanks for watching. What did you think of these celebs who let themselves go? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!